heading up the show for a while, so I thought I'd start with something light. We've got a look at a new lighting shop, a review of one of my redevelopments, some hard-wearing chairs, and lots of ways to use wood. Now I'm always up for some new ideas, so we thought we'd take a look at Lightcraft's new shop here at the end of Deansgate. Although Lightcraft have a huge distribution business working with many of the high street stores, they're also opening their own shops, like this one in Manchester. But it's not all high-end designer lights. There's a more traditional range. Fun lighting and everything you'd need for outdoors. And a children's range. This range of Swarovski crystal lights is the only one outside Harrods. This range uses crystals to magnify the light by up to 10 times. Beautiful and low energy. Along with many of their own great creations, Lightcraft's been chosen by many Italian designers to showcase their more indulgent pieces. This one is over £5,500. You may remember one of my first appearances on Homesine was from a certain craft fair. We're at Manchester Grammar School for the Great Northern Contemporary Craft Fair. Now the aim of the show is to provide a platform in the north for new and established talent, but it is their first year, so let's go and see what they've got. So Philippe, you've got some very individual styled furniture here. Do you want to tell me a little bit about where your inspiration comes from?
Inspiration comes from trying to create functional sculptures. Furniture you can use in the garden that actually incorporate the recycled material, which we actually sat on here,
Right.
with the natural inside the cages, so you have a maintenance-free product that will last your lifetime.
Brilliant. So you do interior and outdoor furniture as well then?
Yeah, after having quite a wet summer, I've had to look at other alternatives now, so I've now moved into the interior market.
Right.
But I'm still utilising the same materials.
So you've only been running a really short time? You've just started in the
This
business?
year, actually February this year, so I must be the kid on the block in terms of this type of furniture, yes.
So what actually made you go into this in the first place then?
Through a change of career, actually, after being a product designer for 26 years, I was forced into a whole new direction, so I thought I'd try and apply my skills as an ideas person and try and create my own products.
And you're getting a good reaction at the show? People seem to like what you've done?
It's been very, very encouraging, actually.
So
very pleased.
Where are you aiming to go with it from here then? What's your plans for the future with your product?
Well, initially trying to get into the private domestic market, but beyond that, the bench is ideal for use in the public spaces, so I'm hoping actually councils will actually take it on board.
Right, but things like that can take a while sometimes, can't they, especially for a new business like yours?
Yes, I'm sure it's going to be a slow process, but hopefully I'll still get there.
So tell me a little bit about the materials then that you're using for these.
I try and actually use recycle or sustainable materials where I can, and actually combine those with the natural, whether it be the pebbles, as we have on this bench here, or stone, slate.
A bit of everything.
Yeah.
And you've actually got a few of your items placed around the country. I can see behind us we've got a picture of your benches in different locations.
Pembrokeshire is that one there, and have a few installed in private gardens now as well. So, but obviously, being the first year, it's a matter of just getting my name known, really.
Definitely. Well, it's lovely stuff.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Many thanks.
Now, bargains at auctions are something I like a lot. A few months back, I bought an apartment that needed a little bit of work. Let's see where I got started. Okay, well, it's a new flat that I'm working on at the moment. Basically, been doing it for about 2 months, bought it at auction. So what we've done is strip the roof off completely, rewired, new central heating system, combination boiler. It's been re-skimmed the whole way through, new floorboards, new kitchen, new bathrooms, and moved the locations round of where all the rooms go just to give it a better layout and a better feel, and did an open plan idea with the attic room as well, so quite a bit. Well, basically I bought the property. I spend most of my time on site organising what's happening next. I do tend to muck in quite a lot and do quite a lot of the work as well. Just because things tend to not get done if you don't. So I do get involved with the lads, do a bit of everything. There was a big open plan hallway originally, which we've created a front main bathroom, just with a shower, toilet and sink. And with the fact that we've ended up taking the light away from the hallway by keeping the window in that area, we've actually put in, into this area will be a big glass sheet so that all the light floods through from the kitchen into the hallway. Then obviously that whole room has been used as a kitchen diner. Left plenty of space in there for a kitchen table to go in and everything. And as you can see, we're just fitting the units out at the moment. And then through into the back of the property, we've left it as there was a bathroom and a separate toilet in there, and they're completely separate rooms. So we've split that up. So we've got 2 nice sized bedrooms now, just so that you've got a bit more flexible living accommodation. It could be used as offices or bedrooms, whatever. And then the main lounge area is pretty much exactly as it was. We're just replacing the fireplace and doing it all out just sort of to a slightly more up-to-date standard than it was originally. So I've got a really good glass manufacturer who at my last place did me some glass worktops and tables and things, and they look really good, so I just kind of came up with the idea, to be honest. Just thought it really needed the extra light, so I had a quick chat with him and he said it wasn't a problem to get something toughened and up to building standards. So we just decided it was perhaps quite a good design feature. And the whole thing's going to cost about £250 fitted. Right, so this is the bathroom that we've created, stolen the space off the original hallway and put in this new entrance into the stairs, and this takes us up to the master suite. So up here we've done a complete re-roof of the whole property. When we took the roof off, we decided to obviously do everything had to be done up to current building regulations with the soundproofing and the insulation levels. So we actually took out all the original ceilings and created this peak effect that the roof has got to give it a bit more of a light and airy feel. Put the big dormer window on the back, again just to open the space up a bit. We've got an area over there which will be done out into wardrobes eventually, and then behind me is the wet room, which is ready to be tiled and sorted out. Basically we've done it so that you've got the shower coming straight out the ceiling, a couple of little design features just to make the property stand out a little bit, look a bit more special. So we've put spotlighting through this area of the room. It looks a little bit like Blackpool Illuminations now, just went a little bit crazy with the spotlights I think, but should look good when it's finished. So this area is the bedroom area of the attic room. Again, I've left sort of the peak on show, left the gap through into the wet room, just to give that open plan feel again. So the bed's planned to go off this wall, hopefully quite soon, and we've put boxing in place for the Sky system and the LCD TV to go in. So hopefully when it's all finished, it should look nice and smart, and I'm planning to be sleeping here next week, fingers crossed. Otherwise I might be a homeless property developer. how glamorous did I look, and you can find out how I got on later in the show. Now, back at the craft fair, I was surprised to find how many amazing finishes you can give to wood. So Audrey, you've got some really nice pieces here as well.
Thank you.
What was your inspiration? Where did this all begin for you?
Well, I was a social worker for 18 years.
Right.
And then suddenly decided I wanted to change career. So I asked to go part-time and they wouldn't let me go part-time, so I just handed in my notice, which was great because then it meant I went on a art foundation course. Suddenly I found myself enrolling onto a degree course that I didn't expect, and then it's just gone on from there. But my particular pieces that I've got here today were inspired by a bloke called Jim Partridge, and there was an exhibition at Manchester Art Gallery that I went to, and it was one of those life-changing moments that I just saw, and it just blew me away. It was just one of those things that was just like, wow, that's awesome. And and your heart goes faster and you just like something so much. So he did the burning of the wood like I do, and he does different things, so I had to find a way of using that technique in my own style, really. So that's kind of how I've come up with these products.
Very good. So in comparison to his thing, where you've gone down a different route, what sort of thing, where are your real main differences to the work that he's done?
Well, he does very large, big, chunky pieces, so they might be like great big solid pieces of oak. What I've tried to do is combine different woods with the burnt pieces and use kind of some much slender, like the wall pieces, much used slender pieces, and he only makes functional pieces. He doesn't make anything that's not functional. So a lot of my pieces are works of art, really. They're kind of wall pieces or not. They might be like the vessels are functional, but they're pieces of art as well. So that's where we differ. And he does a lot of kind of huge installation type pieces. So
the design side of things more important to you maybe than the practical side of things? You're more into your sculpture, your actual artwork.
I mean, yes, I like the aesthetic of things. It's the aesthetic that's more important to me. It's about kind of getting proportion right and I like things to be functional, but it's also nice to make beautiful things just to go on the wall, It's intuitive how I play with the materials and have a go at it, and I work with a chainsaw and I work with the fire, and sometimes that takes me in a place where I didn't expect to go, like the wall pieces. That was a complete fluke that I started, playing, and that's great. That's a really creative process of it,
Yeah, definitely. So you're making the most of doing the practical side of things and also coming up with something really inventive.
Yeah, hopefully, and that's a forever, every time I go outside to work, I don't always know what I'm going to work on. I don't always know what's going to happen, Sometimes it goes in the bin.
Well, fair enough. You've got to do a bit of experimenting in amongst, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So the actual materials you're using then, this is the burnt wood you've been talking about?
Yeah, this is burnt oak, which is on an oak unburnt base, and that's what I try to put the two together. I like the kind of organic qualities of the shape against straight, chunky lines, I kind of like that. And what happens is I get a piece of wood, I shape it using a chainsaw or a chisel or a sander, whatever it is to shape it, and then I set fire to it with a big blowtorch. So I just...
Crikey, hands on.
Yeah. And then I rub off all the carbon deposits and then oil it, and it's the oil that seals in all the soot, all the kind of dirty stuff, and then it's got that lovely silky finish. And what I particularly like about the burnt is that you see the form of the piece before the wood. So because it's black, you see the shape of the piece and you see the form before you kind of go, oh, it's wood. And then when you recognise it's wood, I kind of like that, you know, and like that bench over there, people say, is it leather? Is it ceramic? Is it, you know, there's kind of not sure what it is, and I like that.
Very individual quality to it, really.
Yeah, well, hopefully, yeah.
Fantastic. And how are you finding the reception to it at the show? Is everyone...
It's great, actually, yeah, no, it's been really good, really positive. People are saying that they've not seen anything like it before, and it's very unusual, and I've sold a few pieces. I sold a couple last night, and I've sold a couple this morning. So, no, I think the show itself is excellent. I think the organisers have done a fantastic job, and I think the quality of work is brilliant. I think it's a really good show to be part of, and hopefully it will keep happening.
Continue on that way,
definitely. Yeah. I'm definitely going in the right direction. I mean, it's a tough world to be in, really. Tough world to make a living out of. I do DIY and gardening and other things to earn some money.
You sound like you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I mean, I enjoyed my social work job, but I wouldn't go back. You know, it's just that was a different person who did that. So, no, it's fabulous, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, I love your stuff, and it's really nice to meet you.
Thank you, you too. Thank you.
Great what you can achieve with a blowtorch. So, after months of living without a shower or a toilet, Cyan came to visit.
I love this piece of glass, it's fabulous. What a great view into the kitchen.
Well, we put it in because I wanted to make sure you got plenty of light into the corridor, and it was only 250 quid.
Bargains. Yeah, very sounds. You designed that yourself?
Yeah, well, I just came up with the idea, say, just literally to make sure we got enough light in the corridor, but it's up to current building regs and everything. It's sort of shop front laminated glass, so does the job. And
this is a wonderful kitchen as well. Are all the rooms, I mean, this is the first room we've been in, are all the rooms huge? Because we're working with something this size.
Yeah, it's a good size flat. I mean, all the dimensions are really good, and we wanted to make sure that the kitchen sort of fitted in with the rest of the house size-wise.
So, I mean, specification-wise, you're moving in here, obviously, so you want it to be nice anyway. Yeah. But do you always do things to a high specification?
Tends to be honest. Because of the type of property you're working with, it's a nice big flat. I didn't want to sort of be putting something low-end in.
What have you changed in here? Very much?
No, dimensions-wise, we've not knocked it around at all. But the new window caused a few issues. When we took the old windows out, the whole lot kind of headed south, so that was a bit of an issue.
One of these little problems you have to deal with when you're property developing.
It is
you get on top of it, and it looks great. Now, you're not telling me that plasma was originally there?
No, that's not part of the original house.
So what problems do you have? There's no wires. It looks all lovely and neat. So what have you done to?
Well, basically, it's a lot easier when you're doing the whole project at once because we've got all the plaster off the walls, so we just literally run the cables up. But it is fairly easy to do. You just literally chisel your wall out, skim over, and put all your plug points behind so everything's hidden and
make
neat.
Sure everything's there. And if you wanted to do it in your own house, or if somebody was wanting to do it in a house that they weren't renovating, just their living room, you could do that. It's relatively straightforward.
Very easily done. We've actually got a point in the corner, so everything drags down to there, so you can actually hide your DVD player and your sound system away separately to the TV, so you don't even need it sat underneath in an ugly stand. Basically, this was the original bathroom and a separate toilet as well. So we knocked it all into one room and took out the disgusting blue suite that was in here originally.
Do you want to keep it? I wonder why.
I thought about it, but maybe not.
So, obviously, double bedroom in here and then another bedroom.
We've got another double, down here. So this is the middle-sized bedroom.
This is a good sized room, isn't it? If you've moved the bathroom from there then, is there still one on this floor?
There is indeed, there's one at the front. This room was as is now, but it was the kitchen to start with.
Oh right, so this wasn't a bedroom?
No.
Okay.
I really have changed things around as much as possible. Right. So yeah, the kitchen was in here originally, but I thought where we've moved it to, obviously it gives that light into the corridor as we said, and straight across from the lounge as well.
Now, I'm figuring this is the bathroom situation you were telling me about because that toilet's not connected, is it?
Not just yet. We've got a bit of a problem. The adhesive's not gone off that quickly on the tiles, so my plumber is sort of standing waiting to get me the toilet fitted so I can actually use the bathroom.
So have you got a shower in this house, Lauren?
I have the plumbing in, but the actual shower head isn't going on until tomorrow.
That's a technical no.
No, that is it. That's a no. Yeah, you're right.
I've lived in a house, and when you're renovating something, I've lived in houses without kitchens and bathrooms. It's not easy, is it?
It's a little bit hard work, but I'm very lucky. My parents live about 10 minutes from here, so I've been doing the whole run home and use their water-metered shower.
That's very handy. Looking around this space, it's Fantastic. You've got such a big area at the top of the house for this master bedroom suite. What have you done? Have you just opened it all up or added to it? Or?
I mean, basically we opened the entire lot out. There was 2 separate small box rooms up here really, and a little bathroom that wasn't really much use. So we put the dormer window on the back.
That's here, yeah.
Yep, and just opened up into the eaves so you got that feeling of space. And just opened it all out into one room.
Extra windows, it's lovely.
Yeah.
I'd love to come back and see it when it's all completely finished.
Definitely, you're more than welcome.
Are we welcome to come over and have another look?
Most certainly.
Well, thanks for showing us around, and we'll see you next time.
You will do. Well, as you can see, life as a property developer is never boring. On my research mission at the Northern Craft Fair, I was busy discovering new ways to work with wood. So Liam, tell me a little bit about these pieces you've got here today.
The pieces which are shown at Great Northern is part of a new range, which is the development of birch plywood and using it to its full potential, really. Mainly using modules, which is the result of what you can see here. It's been a collaboration with a designer who is a paper sculptor, and we've been working together for the last probably about 6 months developing the pieces. It's just a matter of getting out there and sort of showing the public what we've got.
And how are you finding the show today?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's good to get feedback from people and sort of see what they say, because it's not really been out of the workshop, especially the new coffee table.
So you mentioned the module idea of how you create your pieces. Talk me through what that involves.
Yeah, basically the modular construction is how we've come about to how to create the form, and basically split the form up into sort of modules. So for the coffee table, there's 6 individual modules that make up the full table, and again this is followed through into the dining table, where I think there's 12 different modules that make up the full form. So yeah, that's...
So you produce in different sections, and you sell to the public. Do you always, you put the modules together and send it out, or does
No, it's fully assembled in the workshop and then sent out to the customer.
Brilliant. So something like your lighting that you've used as well.
Yeah.
That's all modular as well.
It is, yeah. I mean, that's how the sort of full range has come about from the lighting.
So there's a lot of detail goes into it.
Yeah.
So what sort of materials do you tend to stick to then?
The new range is all birch plywood,
Right.
and obviously with the table there's your hardened glass and stainless steel as well.
So thank you very much, Liam, and good luck with the rest of the show. Hope it goes well
Thank you
for
very
you.
much.
I hope it was as much fun for you as it was for me. Now remember, you can watch again at channelm.co.uk. See you next time.